Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
how are you?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's fine.
Not good, but I think it's a no. So
Sorry, I can hear you, but not so good.
ah, really?
I just hear some parts of the words.
Ah, okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now it's good or not?
Yes, I think now it's better.
Okay. Because it's this one. Okay. I'm starting.
Arin, sorry, but we cannot hear you.
Okay, good morning. Nice to see you from Armenia.
Nice to see you too.
Oh,
Good morning.
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Andrea.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, finally.
Yeah. Hope one day we will manage to arrive in Bucharest once again.
Hopefully, we'll meet in person.
For sure. Dear participants, I think that we will wait 5 more minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll start.
Yeah, it's not 9 yet. We still have 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, then. I think my clock are too fast.
V-am făcut co-host.
Mulțumesc.
Bună ziua. Good morning.
Bună
Bună ziua.
How are you?
Sorry?
Excuse me. I am Mikhail Kulev from Technical University of Moldova.
Yeah.
I am
Welcome.
ready to start our seminar course. Thank you very much.
And we would like to thank you very much actually to all our participants, those who are joining now and those who will join us afterwards in online version on the platform or within our interactive lectures. But I think I will explain all this once we achieve at least 50%.
Excuse me. Unfortunately, I have to leave you at 10:30 because I have lessons, but I will be here 1.5 hours.
Okay. Thank you for joining us.
But
Thank you very much.
just wait for a little bit and you will have an opportunity to hear how our lectures will be done. I mean, the methodology, how we are going to proceed, when we will do, what we will do, which options do you have, in which languages it will be. So just some more minutes and we will start. I know that there are many teachers who are joining now, and they told me from yesterday that you have classes and it's not so appropriate time for you. So we will think how to manage this, but just some more minutes, please wait. I think we are done. We achieved more than 50 participants, so I will start. I would like to start this morning session with my presentation. For those who don't know, my name is Elena Simchuk. I'm head of the Office for International Projects within Moldova State University. This particular project I wrote 2 years ago, and it was selected for funding. The title is Connecting Universities Industry through Smart Entrepreneurial Cooperation and Competitive Intelligence of Students in Moldova, Armenia, and Georgia. So the main task is to connect industry and academy together. But how we will achieve this? Through growing the capacities. And now we are targeting the digital component of our capacities in order to make all of you able to create your own online courses or to promote businesses in online area. We created 4 different courses. The first one in Russian took place in June. The second one, this particular course, will start today, and it's about 8 weeks, so we will finalize at the end of October. Also, we launched the new registration for the acceleration course. It will be the course number 3. Acceleration course, it's targeting the development of your entrepreneurial skills for those who know something in this area or for those who don't know anything in this area. And the fourth one will target the digital component, so how to manage with these digital problems. I mean, how to what is social media marketing, what is SEO promotion, how to create your own website, and all this can be can sound very difficult, complicated at this stage, but if you will follow the methodologies we propose you, I think it will be very easy for you. The first thing, we propose to you to register on our platform, Smart Channel Point Digital. All of you received yesterday a message explaining how you can do it. It was along with the video. So it's really very easy to do, but now we have only few who registered. I don't know what is the reason. And probably we will ask you later on why you didn't do this. Let's see what will happen today. Because you will have an option to watch the video through this platform, and also you will collaborate with the teacher also due to this platform. You will upload your homework over there. For those of you who cannot join us within our interactive lectures, please don't be afraid that you didn't do your homework. Just join us. For a period of time you are able to stay, because it's always very useful to participate in such a live conversation. Then this is the most useful part of the course. So even if you could not do this, each time you will be able to watch what we did today or yesterday or tomorrow, what we are going to do, because everything will be registered and uploaded on this platform. So you can this possibility. Also, you can communicate with your teachers through this platform by sending the mail, but not in a private way directly to the teacher on the mail, but through the platform. Because all of us need to know what is happening with the course and make it easier and make it more attractive for you and our students, because our final target group are students with whom we are going to work afterwards. So as I explained, we have 2 options. We have the first one, video, these interactive lectures, homework, and collaboration with the teachers. The second option is video. You will watch the recorded video about this interactive conversation and collaboration. Then you will pass some very simple evaluations, and in the end, in both cases, you will receive the certificates. But all this is available through the platform. So please feel free to register and let us know if something is going wrong. Now, about our technical details. Please, once you register, put your name and surname. And this rule is applicable equally for Zoom and for the platform, because we have some participants who mentioned only their name. And I don't know who is this exactly, because we have, for example, we could have several Elenas or several Tatianas, or I don't know. If we cannot have an individual approach to you, then it will be much more difficult to even elaborate a certificate to you. Then, if you participate in such interactive lectures, my advice to you will be to add in the end the title, the abbreviation of your higher education institution. For example, if I'm coming from Moldova State University, then I will add MSU in the end. So Elena Simchuk is coming from MSU, and all of us, we know, and even for the teachers, it will be much easier in the end to create the certificates. If it's possible for you, don't close the cameras. And what else? And each time participate in interactive lectures, even if you don't have your homework. Then anyway, it will be much more productive for all of you. Now, if you have some questions, I'm open to answer you.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a question. I'm from Venezuela State University.
Nice to meet you.
I welcome all the participants. Yesterday, I tried to register. I filled in my email, my name and surname, and the password. And after I submitted all these details, there was a message. I forgot to take a picture of it, which said that they expected something else, and it looks like a spam. I remember reading this. It looks like a spam. I went back and did it again, and this time it said that my email has already been used. I cannot do this now. So
Okay.
what's the solution?
I will check it, and just please write me an email. I will add you to. I will connect you with our technician who is responsible for all these questions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
May I ask, add something, Elena?
Yes, please. Yes,
I
sure.
have had the same problem yesterday because the system showed me that your email address already exists, already is in the system, you know. And somewhere I started to explore this tool and found that really last year in the framework of another project, I participated in summer school, and I don't remember this tool, this platform, but I really was registered on this platform. And I just changed the password, and now I have access to this tool, to this platform. So maybe you are already, Gayane, maybe you are already registered on this platform.
I'm sorry, I changed the password twice and it didn't accept. It said that your email address has been used already and it didn't go forward.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're
This
welcome.
was created especially for this project. It wasn't. I don't know how you could register 1 year ago, because we did it only 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I will check it. And anyway, platform will be adjusted. We are a bit late. Yeah, we're sorry. We apologize for this. but this is our reality. Not all the time the things are going as we want. But please don't feel afraid and contact me. I will connect you with a technician and he will help you with all these bugs.
Thank you.
Thank you too. So, other questions? I had some problems with the mails, by the way. We have at least 6 participants whose mails doesn't work, and especially Natalia Vartanova. We have some problems. Really, I tried to send her mail several times, and a point. Raluca, please help me. Gum. The both mails that I mentioned on the Connect group. So I will let you know. These 2 persons, we really cannot reach them. I don't know why. So now, just a second. Gimbovskaya. So these 2 persons, Natalia Vartanova and A. Gimbovskaya, we cannot reach you.
Елена, sorry again, Victoria speaking. I already sent to you
Yes.
yesterday another email of Gimbovskaya, who is my assistant and will participate in the course. You please check the email because I sent a new email. I hope now everything will be okay.
Okay. So let's start, and I would like to introduce our teacher. She will start with her lectures today. Miss Andrea Duca. We already had a chance to watch her videos a little bit, some of us at least. And now she will introduce us in a more specific content.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And I want to thank to the people who actually started this action. I think it's a very good way of understanding more about ourselves. First of all, by getting in touch with other areas of expertise than our own, you know, to be in touch with the artistic part of our life, and also us as artists, or at least I'll talk about myself. I'm always happy to be in touch with people from other domains. So I am Andrea Duca. I am teaching at the University of Theatre and Film in Bucharest. I am also a choreographer and a former dancer. And I have to admit that this kind of courses, actually this module, those courses are made especially for you, because normally, of course, I use this kind of information in my relation with my students, but it's not the core of what I do, but it's also an important part. So bear with me a little bit, because this is something that I put some information that I put together for the first time. That doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing. It's just that it's the first time when I actually put together all those things and do like a educational system. So if anything, please just let me know, you know. And I also understand that the language, you know, because it's a language that actually none of us is speaking, you know, the English language. If I talk too fast, if there are things that you don't understand, just let me know, please. Yeah, so don't let it flow away. Just let me know, and I'll try to be more specific or clearer. So and also very important, if there are things that you already know, or you are already interested in that, and you did some research, I'm sorry that I take it from the basic steps, you know, but I think it's very important to set, first of all, to set the base, you know, the foundation of this particular information connected to the body. And then you or we together, we can start and grow and put some bricks and build this knowledge about this very, very specific part of our lives. So that's why what I thought it's important to give to you is those informations about simple things, simple states that our body is in. So we can start to understand the relationship with our bodies in terms of health, and also having a healthy body and a healthy way of wearing our body. To start realize the potential of communication, because as I said, of course you have the written support of the module, but if there are things, of course, in these meetings, I just want to expand a little bit what is written, actually. So we start with the core of this course, which is body and corporality. You know, our body has a way to move, to communicate, to be. Essentially, just to be. So yes, it's also a medium, a tool that we actually use every day, and a lot of us we know our body inside and outside. So we think we know that we are comfortable, that we are doing things right, but it's not always the case. Because our body is very tricky, is always doing what we are commanding to do, but not all the time is doing what it has to do, is not doing it right, you know. And that's why, as you can see, I started with very basic information, you know, like posture, like breathing and relaxation. You know, these are three for me very important things, because if we don't breathe correctly, it doesn't mean that a lot of functions in our bodies are not working properly. So you know, not breathing correctly can make our body ill, not being very at ease when it has to perform in public. If our posture is not a good one, you know, it is a bad posture. It also has it has follow-ups in our health and also in our communication. So I don't want to be you know, to get in very specific things, but I want to keep it in a general zone. So you know, what I would like you to understand is the physiological part of the body, but at the same time, what you can do with your body as a tool for communication, because this is our purpose for this module. And you have to understand that what we present on the outside is what people see. So as I said in my written presentation, we always have this triad, you know, of the communicator, the channel, the traveling of the information, and the receiver. So you have this triad that cannot work separately. You know, we are giving a message. We need to establish this channel with the people who actually look at us, and we need a receiver for our communication, for our information. Also, okay, it is a message, but it is in Russian. Probably it's not for me. So,
Yes, sorry, Andrea, I forgot to mention for all those who asked me about the Russian version that we will translate. This course will be available also in Russian, so everything that Andrea did in English, we will try to translate, and you will have this option to watch. The colleagues who didn't join us today because of language reasons, please let them know that we will manage to do this, but a little bit later. Sorry, I really sorry, Andrea, to interrupt you.
it's okay, no problem. Yes, so our bodies are designed for communication. You know, are designed to be able to make connections with the world outside. You know, the people, the environment, and all the things that are surrounding us. So what we need to do is to make this kind of communication, to make it better, to make it work, and also to be able to improve what we know, what we do, to improve and to become skillful. You know, we have some tools, we have some natural abilities, but we have to make these abilities to be skills. You know, I hope you understand the difference between, you know, an ability, which is something that is natural, and it comes naturally, and a skill that's actually something that we, from our ability, we start to build it, we start to train it, and becomes a skill. You know, something, a skill is a tool that we can use anytime we need, and facilitates the communication, or anything else. You know, it's because it's not only about communication. You know, me as an artist, for example, to become skillful in my job, I have to practice hours and hours and years. You know, and I assume, you know, if you've been dancing or doing something artistic in your childhood, or maybe even now, that especially dance requires a lot of training, a lot of concentration, and also on short periods, but also on long term. You know, dancing, it starts when you are very young, and you actually train your body to be performative, to be technically skillful. And it's the same thing with this normal, natural action that is communication. You know, but because I think you can see, if you take a look around you, you can see that the lack of communication is very common, even if in our everyday life. And it's not only about to gain something, or to, you know, in a negotiation or something really radical, but in everyday life. We can fail communication easily if we are not prepared for that. So that's why in this context we talk about training our abilities. We talk about this extraverbal language. I call extraverbal what you normally see you normally know non-verbal communication, but I prefer this extraverbal term because I think it's more generous than and more positive than non-verbal communication. So I hope you remember when you hear extraverbal communication, you'll know that I'm talking about all the means of communication other than the verbal one, than the words. And of course, we know about this extraverbal communication, about body language, because it's something that is very, really very common. Everybody talks about body language today. And also what is important for you to know is that the body, you know, this extraverbal communication, it comes naturally. Our body communicates entirely, you know, through gestures, through the tone of the voice, through eye contact. And there are some points who are really very common. We use them every day, but it doesn't mean that we use them properly in our advantage. So that is why I put together this this course with the, I told you, with the basic steps that I put together. And we go through the important steps, and we try to build together these skills, actually. I wanted to tell you from the first meeting about these home assignments, because I'm sure for everybody, doing something extra in your everyday life becomes a burden, and it becomes like, okay, I have to do some assignment. But these home assignments that I actually propose to you, there are some assignments that will come naturally from the practical tasks that I'd like you to do. So, for example, for this first meeting, I just want you to film yourself talking about something, anything you want, and just film yourself and have, you know, this recording of 45, 60 minutes, you know, 60 seconds, sorry. I mean, it's, yeah, around a minute, not longer, to just let me, because I want to see how your body works naturally without knowing anything about we are going to talk during these 2 weeks. You know, so just film yourself in a frame, like more or less like this one that I'm in, that so I can see your hands, I can see your body, upper body posture, you know, your face, and just talk about, you can talk about yourself, like a presentation of yourself, or talk about anything you want. You can tell me a story, and of course you can do it in your own language. So you don't have to think about another language that probably you are not mastering very well. And that is why, because normally I would ask the assignments on paper, on writing, but I thought that this would be easier for you to do. If you film yourself, it would be much easier to present yourself and to actually is more comfortable than writing in a language that you don't speak, or you speak it poorly. So yes, Elena, you want to?
Yes, I just wanted to support you and to tell our participants if you will need our help, for sure you can do it in Romanian, because we all of us, I mean, me and Andrea, we understand, and for the others we will translate. Those who don't know Romanian, you can do it in Russian if it's possible. Otherwise, if you have colleagues from Georgia or from Armenia who can help you, you also can do it in your national language, and we will help you today. In the future, I think we will think how to manage all this in order to help you. Yeah? Is it okay?
We are talking about the class, or we are talking about the assignments?
Now, the assignments should be in English. Yeah, you can write it in your national language, but afterwards you have to translate, because we don't know other languages than English for sure.
But that's exactly what I was trying to explain, that the assignments doesn't have to be in English, that everybody can do it in its own language, so it's not a problem. That's why I opted for this video presentation, so it would be easier for everybody not to write, but to actually talk about anything, because I'm not interested in what they are saying, you know, in the stories that they are presenting. I'm interested in their bodies and how the body reacts. So you know, body language it's an universal language. So I don't care if they speak in Russian or Romanian or English or whatever. I just want them to be comfortable, and that's exactly what I was explaining right now.
And in this case, dear Andrea, they should upload a video, I guess, no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Then it's fine, of course. It's non-verbal communication.
So so the assignment, that's why, because I know from the beginning that this assignment issue, it was an issue from the beginning. So I'm trying to comfort you all to understand that it's not a big deal. It's just like 5 minutes of your life to record this video and just upload it, and that would be the frame that we are actually doing our assignments.
In this case, just a small technical clarification. In this case, you will record your video, you will upload it on your Google Drive, and will provide Andrea with the link within the platform. And then she will be able to watch your video. Does it work for you? Okay, yeah? Thank you.
Okay, and you will also see that this is a home assignment, but you will also have some practical tasks to perform for every course. And of course, for every course, the practical task would be related to the topic of the course. So, for example, if you have the posture course, you'll see that your home assignment, but we'll talk about this tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow you'll have it in writing. But for the posture course, actually you have to actually go through everything that is written in the course, and actually to try to experience with your own body what it means walking properly, what it means sitting down, standing up, because there are simple things that I actually asked from you. It's nothing complicated, and then just you have to complete those practical tasks, and you will see also in the video, you know, you have some explanation and exemplification in the video. And I just want you to try it. So this is a practical task. Actually, the core of the course, just put it in practice, you know, and just try to see if you are sitting down correctly. If not, what you can do to improve this. If you are walking correctly, and there are very, very simple things to do. And then just the home assignments, for example, for the posture is going to be to complete those tasks and then to talk about this. To talk about this for 45, 60 seconds. If you realize that you're not walking properly, and I don't know, your body weight is in other place that it should be. If you are not sitting properly, if you are sitting too much on the chair and you feel that your body is straining and your body is aching, you know, you have a pain in the lower back, you have a pain in the shoulders. I mean, simple things that you should do every day. It's not just for this course. There are things that will be useful in your everyday life, you know, to realize that if you sit like hours on a chair, your body starts to scream and to tell you that you have to move, you know, that you have pains in your body, you are strained, you are stressed, your body is stressed, and your body is normally telling you what to do. It's telling you that the body had enough, you know. And well, it's good. We'll talk about this on relaxation and that why it is important to from time to time to actually relax, to step outside your action and relax your body. So that would be with home assignments and practical tasks. Don't be afraid. It's nothing time consuming, you know. It is something that actually I want you to go through to actually, first of all, for your well-being, and to understand and to realize how important is to be aware of your body and to listen to your body, because having all this in place, you know, knowing when your body is aching, knowing when your body is not comfortable, knowing all this and being aware of all this, then you will know what to do with your body to let your body communicate properly, you know, and to be expressive, to when it's too much, when it's overstated or understated, you know, when it's too much or is less than you need. So if you have anything that is not clear so far about home assignments and practice.
Yes, I would like to ask a question. So it was not quite clear when the due date is for this first video that we should make.
Well, the first video, I would like you to do it today, because it's just a presentation. You don't have to prepare anything. Just just press record on the camera and just do whatever you feel like doing for 45-60 seconds, you know. And it's something that I need to see how you are, you know, to actually know you better on the first.
So the idea is, and probably this is what we should keep in mind, because the tendency whenever we are recorded, we feel this kind of to change a little bit our behavior, you know, to look good. So the idea is to be ourselves there and not to change it.
Just do whatever you feel like doing, you know. You don't restrain your body. Just when you press record, just do whatever. If your body feels like composing itself and look good on the camera, just do what your body tells you to do. I just want to know you, to get to know you, how you react, you know, how you react, because the camera is the first thing that we, you know, in this situation that we can call an audience, you know, people So yes, the camera makes us aware of how we react, how we talk, how we compose our bodies. So that's why it's such a short term, because I just want you to be yourself, to be yourself.
And we should upload them to Google Drive, not to that account that we have created on Smart Channel, not there.
Just a second. Today, more close to the evening time, in your all of your cabinets will appear a button to submit a homework. So you, those who have Gmail, you have access to the Google Drive. Those who don't have Gmail, I think, I'm sorry, but you need to create it. And once you will record your video, yeah, you will upload them on this Google Drive and will provide a link through the platform, because all your homeworks will remain in this platform. And as I explained, those who submit their homeworks, you don't have to pass the evaluation, the tests. So in the end, you will receive your certificates, those who are doing homeworks. Those who are not able to submit the homeworks, you will watch the video and will pass the evaluation test. So this is the difference between two methodologies. And now, the approaching the other issue that you marked through the evaluation registration form, that you don't have a specific equipment. Please feel free to do it with a simple phone, so it will be enough at this stage, I think. Yeah? Andrea.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
it's okay. Whatever that works.
And maybe to revise a little bit the timetable, because I know that there are colleagues as well who have classes and we have to start them in a minute, for example. And maybe we can think of, for example, on Friday, the classes start at 9 o'clock and they have classes. Will it be, maybe the others are free? I don't know how just to come up with a time that would be good for everybody.
Yeah, actually, I was talking with my colleague, with Raluca. She told me that this hour is a problem. We can change it. I mean, for me it's not a problem, but the problem right now is that I'm on admission exams, so I can do it early in the morning, like now, or in the evening. So if you prefer, if you prefer to switch it to the evening time, I have no problem with that. We can do that. If
We shall
everybody,
see what others say about
yeah,
Let
for
me
everybody.
say something. Sorry to interrupt you. So we will adjust our classes with the trainers. They will let us know when they are available, and I will send all of you a short question, and you will select the appropriate hour for you. Then we will decide about the hour the most useful and requested for everybody. Is it okay?
Thank you very much for your kindness and understanding. If you
Yeah.
don't mind, I have to say goodbye right now because I have another class. Okay?
Yeah,
And
sorry.
see you tomorrow. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Andrea, sorry, we have other question regarding the registration. If you registered within the Smart Channel with your email address, so it's enough. You need Gmail only to upload something, or if you have this, space on your mail address, you can upload the video over there and provide us a link to this. Gmail you need only for Google Drive.
Yeah, okay, we will find a way to be easy for everybody.
Thanks a lot. It's really very helpful because much of them told us that they have classes and they really want to, and they really liked the video you provided, but they have to leave.
Yes, I'm sorry too, because if I would have known, we would have had this discussion earlier, and I thought it's okay. I thought 9 o'clock it's okay, but it's no problem. We can change it, so no problem at all. Well, so somebody was asking about what kind of video. Well, any kind of video. just do it however is easier for you. You know, if you want to record yourself with the cell phone, just doing with your cell phone. If you have a camera and you want to use the camera, a video camera, just use the video camera. Whatever works, and it's easy because again, I'm not interested in technical aspects. I'm not interested in some artistic shooting video to send. I'm interested in your body and how your body functions in front of the camera, because we have to do it this way, because otherwise this would be a practical course when we would have been in the same room, and we will just do things practically at the spot, not sending videos or writing about what we learned. So that's this is adjusting to the pandemic. Yes.
May I do something? For example, for the next time, maybe I will send. I don't know how our participants. I'm not sure if they want that we show their videos. But for example, we can do mine or of those who want, and just showing an example on somebody. And I propose to all of you to record this video, to ask your family members how you sit or how you move or how something like this, as I understand correctly. Is it? Am I right?
No, particularly for this first video, I don't want to prepare anything. I just want them to press record and to talk for 45 seconds or 60 seconds to talk about themselves or anything else, about the weather, if it's something of interest. But I just want I want to see them how they are in front of the camera. That's all, for particularly this first introductory course. After that, in every course, they will have specific tasks to perform, to go through, and then to do the video according to the tasks. But right now, for this video, that's why I want you to submit it immediately. I mean, I want you to record yourself, not even watch yourself, please. Not in the first instance. Just record yourself and just submit it. Just send it to the platform. Yes, and then we will talk about, and then you can see, because I want you to have at the end of the module, I want you to have like a map, like a personal map of your evolution, if any, of course. I want to, at the end of the course, to the module, to see yourself, how you were in the first day, how you were reacting, how your body was reacting, and after this module, to see yourself at the end, if your body is improving the communication, if you are more at ease in front of the camera, of course, because this is the situation now. If you are starting to understand how your body functions, and how you can actually how you can actually control your body, if you can control it or not, if you are still a bit hectic with your gestures, with your posture, So I want you to have this, like, these video moments, and to see how you were at first and how you will be at the end of the module. Okay, so it's nothing that will be public, you know. So these images, these videos, they are not going to be broadcast or worldwide or the internet, you know. It's just for us. It's work material just for us to see if there's any evolution, to see if there are things that we are doing right or wrong, you know. It's just to check upon ourselves from the outside, you know, because what is like really essential in this communication is what the person who's looking at you is seeing, and what you let the person who's looking at you to see, you know. So you always have to think about the receiver. You always have to think about the persons that you direct your communication to. And it's important to first of all to see ourselves from the outside and to realize what the others are seeing, or what you let the others see about you, you know. Because as I said earlier, it's very important to be aware about what you let out, because the gestures, you know, the reactions, the facial reactions are normally a direct response to our emotion. You know, our body reacts directly to our thoughts and our emotions, and it's the hardest part to actually contain. So I hope that at the end of this course, the end of the module, you will be more aware, and you will be able to control at least a little bit how your body reacts, how your body actually communicates to the others. So, and I think this is the hardest thing to achieve, to control our body, to contain our emotions and our body language. And that's why, you know, in terms of course, I can tell you a lot about body language, because it is a whole universe. It is a universe that has very many ramifications, and is very hard to master, you know, because our brain is not designed to actually control everything at once. But we can, you know, by practicing, we can achieve this control, at least in small doses, at least when we know what message we deliver, and how we want the message to be delivered. So in small doses, in short periods of time, we can control our body. We can be aware how we do things, what we do, and why, especially why we are doing this. You know, what we do, you know, the reactions. And so so I think this is the most important thing that you actually should start to understand about body language. You know, this body language actually most of the times comes as a natural reaction, as an uncontrollable reaction to what we are thinking. You know, it's giving outside to the outside what we are feeling inside, what we are thinking inside. So that is why, because the reaction, the body reaction, it happens like really fast. You know, it's the fastest reactions to our thoughts. So that it makes it makes it difficult to control. And also, I don't know if you know about if you have seen it is a TV series that is called Lie to Me, and it is about micro expressions. It's very interesting. I don't know if you have seen it
Yes,
or
we
not.
did. Very interesting. I
Okay.
We did. It's really very interesting.
Yes. So as you can see, but this is something a little bit different from because we are talking about the fastest response of our body to our brain. You know, that's why we can when we talk about micro expressions, we can see if somebody's lying, if somebody's in distress. Is there are like the primal reactions, you know, of the body that are actually are controlled by the limbic system. But I don't want to get into this very deeply. But I think it's important, you know. So this is the first response of our body, you know, when I don't know, a muscle twitches, and we can understand that that person is in discomfort, is not comfortable in the situation, or resents something, or you know, we talk about the essential emotions, you know, like rage, pleasure, desire. Those are the primal, the basic emotions that our brain process and actually delivers reactions, makes our body to react to. But the body language is something a little bit more elaborate. That's why it's called language. It's not just a reaction like micro expressions. It's a language because it can be trained. It can be educated. It can become like a proper language. You know how imagine how we learn how to speak. You know, when we start to learn how to speak, then we learn how to construct sentences, and then phrases, and then we learn how to structure concepts, verbal concepts, language concepts, and we become, you know, the adults that are able to actually deliver a speech that has a concept, that has a structure. It's the same thing. The same thing. It's happening with the body language. I repeat, that's why it's called a language and not just a body reaction. I mean, body reaction, it's something, and body language is something else, because I repeat, the language is something, it's a construct that we can that we can actually train, and we can mold into something coherent, and that becomes not just an image of what we feel, of our expression, but it becomes something deliverable to the world. So something that's controlled. Well, if I wanted to ask me if so far there's something that is not clear, or you want me to tell you more about.
So far, everything has been clear, so thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, you want me to keep going about the body and the body language, or you want me to tell you something else? I mean, to go a little bit through the steps, through the courses that we are going to follow.
Yes, please, because I personally joined you a little bit later because of the class. So if that's possible, please provide us with a little introductory speech about the whole course. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll resume what I said earlier. So this module is meant to raise the awareness over our body, and that is why I'm trying to actually to help you understand the foundation of what body functioning means. And I'm not talking about from a physiological point of view, but also from the communicational point of view. And to understand actually to understand how to use your body in terms of communication, but also a good functioning, a healthy functioning of the body. So because you'll see that realizing that your posture is wrong, you will see that will have when you start to correct it, you'll see that has actually that will make you feel healthier, you know, and also at more at ease when you communicate, you know, because yeah, everybody has to leave the meeting. Yeah, it's okay. That's it. I hope actually that we will find a time that it's convenient for everybody. Well, I come back. Posture. Yeah, if our body posture is not the correct one, you'll see that you will have to feel it, you know, in terms of health. There are some health issues that will start to appear, or you already actually have them and you don't know if the body why the body aches or why. So this is I don't want to make it very specific, I mean very medical based, because it's not my area of expertise. It is up to one point, because I used to be a dancer, and I'm also very interested in the good functioning of the body, inside and outside. So that's why it's important to understand if your body is positioned the way it should be or not, so you can start to do you start to do something to correct what is not working properly. Or if everything is working properly, you just start to understand how to use it, and how to be clearer and more at ease, actually more at ease when you communicate, when you are in a situation that you have to communicate with others. Breathing, for me, breathing is really important. It's something that we actually do like several times per minute, but at the same time we don't realize that we are not doing it right, you know. Imagine that something that is very common to our body, like breathing, and life sustaining, because if we stop breathing, our life, it will be over. We can imagine that we can do something so basic and so essential for our life, we actually can do wrong. You know, we can breathe and we don't breathe correctly. Also, the relaxation for me is really important, and I think that it's something that people actually don't give so much attention, because it's important. It's very important to work. It's very important to be in action, but at the same time, it's essential to actually disconnect from the daily activities, or from a sustained work or focus, concentration. And it's important sometimes to just disconnect and just relax your body and to feel how your body actually reacts to that. Because if we are used to work like, you know, very sustained and work and stay with our eyes all the time in the computer and do things, to write or to, you know, to do physical work, sustained work, it would be harder to disconnect. It would be harder to let our body just do what our body feels like, you know, to breathe for sustaining an activity, and also to breathe for relaxing the body. So there are I know, because even for me, when I was thinking about this course about relaxation, I at first I wasn't really sure, because I know this relaxation concept can be seen as you know, not very important, not something that we can actually spend time thinking about it and actually constructing it like something that we should do, like really focusing on it and seeing it as a construct, as something that we actually have to train for. But it is, I mean, it is something that is trainable. It is something that, and it is something that we should not put it aside. I mean, we should incorporate in our life this relaxation moments. Physical and mental state. I know it's something that sounds so generic, but it's also important in connection to the relaxation and disconnecting from everyday tasks, but also in preparing the moments that we have to perform, because the mental and physical state are actually the two pillars that our performance is based, because we have to know how to train. We have to know how to prepare right before we are going, let's say, on stage, in quotes. You know, when we are actually preparing, we are like 1 minute before going in front of an audience. And it is like really, you know, important to understand what's happening in our mind and what's happening with our bodies. Also extraverbal communication. As I said earlier, I use extraverbal instead of nonverbal because for me it's more inclusive and more positive, has a positive connotation. And also the last course, I called it movement and dance, because it's just, I want it to be fun for everybody. I mean, fun for you and fun for me to watch, and also to understand that dancing, you know, moving your body and dancing, is not something that just some people do because they are trained to do it, but dancing is really relaxing. It could be relaxing. It could be a better exercise, physical exercise, than maybe something else, you know, like lifting weights, especially when your body is not in good health, and maybe, you know, you cannot lift weights to define your muscles, but you can dance, and that should be nicer and easier for your body. So that would be, I don't know, like the six steps that Actually, I thought that they were important for this module. So let me know if I can tell you something more about this.
I think that it will be a really very interesting adventure for all of us, and all I think it will be for you very easy to watch the video, follow Andrea's advices, and then in the end we will see the changes. But now, please feel free to ask the questions.
Question?
Yes, actually, sorry, just a second.
Okay.
I would like to know, what do you expect from this? I mean, apart from what I already told you and the written material, I want to know from you what you expect and what you need actually from this class.
I would like to know a little bit more about like the practical clues, how to tell if somebody's more stressed out or somebody's like more self-confident based on specific signs of body language. Is that something which suits to our agenda?
Yes, of course. Right now I don't remember if but I think I dedicated a course to to this, but it's fine. It's not a problem because we can go through that again.
Thank you.
Yes, of course there are signals. There are signals when a body is in distress, and a body in distress, that means that the channel of communication is not a clean channel. So yeah, of course we have the typical examples. When for example when we have a speaker and the audience is slouching, and something like that, and that shows lack of interest. When somebody is just supporting their heads with the hand, or checking the watch, or normally a body receiver that is engaged, it will be present. Present in the body means that that person will be leaning a little bit forward to the speaker or to the stage or whatever, and it will be like really up. The body would be really up. It's if I stay like this, you will understand that I'm listening to you and I'm interested in what you are saying. If I'm staying like this, you will understand that you lost me a long time ago. And also there are many other things, because people now, knowing all these clues, they are trying to actually hide them, and they are trying to pose that they are interested in what they are seeing or hearing, but it's also, body sometimes is getting tired. If you are not genuinely interested, the body is tiring. So you will see that even if I pose that I'm interested, at one point my body will just go on one side and be a bit slouchy, or just trying to find the strength to go on and to be attentive until the end of whatever I'm attending. Is that answering your questions? Or
It does,
you
it
want
sure does.
more?
I'd like to know more about like how to detect when a body is faking some emotions, but I guess the last part of your speech, it was somehow about that, when somebody's
Yes,
faking emotions.
because it's about training yourself to detect this, and it's because we are talking about micro expressions a bit earlier. It's something. It's a let's say a quality that actually for some people has to be trained. For some people it comes naturally. If your body is trained, if your body is a body in action, you will first of all feel and then see and see in another body if that body is alert and attentive, or it is held back and not very present in the communicational process. But I repeat, this is something that actually you have to see, you have to detect it in a body, and normally this is it's a very simple way of training your body, your eye actually to see those reactions. Just watch, be aware, just watch around you, watch the people, watch, I don't know, watch your students, watch people on the street, and imagine it, try to build their biography. I mean, try to detect the state of mind that they are in. You know, I do that all the time now. I'm doing it for fun, but I used to do that all my childhood and my life as a young adult. I was watching people on the street and trying to guess what if they have a problem, to translate the reactions and the way their body function, to translate it into a story, you know, to actually do this biography about that person.
That's very
But
interesting.
it's about training. It's about training and observation, actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please let me know if you want me to go deeper in this.
I would like to ask you also, how can we manage our breathing, our voice when we are stressed?
Well,
like teachers, when we have a stress and we have to get to give a lecture.
Yes, that is a course in itself, the breathing course. But I will give you some general hints right now. It's about having a trained body. You know, it's very important. Even if you are not an artist that has to perform on stage, it's important that our body is healthy and it is trained, and it's, you know, it's alive. So if we are do some physical exercise, it would be much easier to control breathing. If our body is trained, not like an performative athlete, or you know, like a dancer on the stage of the opera, but to have at least a little bit of training, you know, to have a body that's active, and the muscles that are actually tonic and you know, like alive and working, and this would be the first step to actually train our body to support the physical activities, and that would make it easier to sustain, you know, the performative action, because I just want to explain something, because I keep talking about performing, you know, and I was writing in you'll have in the written material. For me, every action that actually takes place in a public place or semi-public place, it's a performative action. Because of course, when I'm at home with myself and I'm not doing anything for the public, any public. Of course, it's my business how I'm carrying my body and how I'm, how I'm reacting to my feelings. But the moment I have at least one person around me, it's exactly what your colleague said earlier about the camera. When I have the camera or at least one person around me, I suddenly start to be aware of how am I performing, how is my body working, functioning, how am I speaking, what am I saying when I'm speaking, what am I saying with my body. So this, for me, I call them performative actions. So when we are in this situation, it's very important to be trained, to have this training, to have this rehearsing process that actually helps us training. But and this is that would be the most natural way to actually educate our breathing, because if we are we are overweighted, if we are a person who is actually sitting most of the time on the chair, even the smallest action, even if we are just sitting up from the chair, it could be a cause of distress in our breathing. And yes, it's about training, basically. You have to train your body, and also it's about about breathing correctly. But I will elaborate this in the dedicated course. Basically, the correct breathing is breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. So breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. So this is the natural trajectory of the circulation of the air. And of course, as exercising, we can try to breathe in through our nose and breathe out through our nose, like that. But and also, when we are swimming, the process is reversed, because we breathe in through our mouth and breathe out through the nose. So the water won't flood our lungs. But the normal way, when we are in our normal environment, is this: breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. But it's also first, it has to be you have to exercise, so you can imprint in your body this natural trajectory of the air. And after that, you have to be aware when you actually move, that you keep this kind of breathing going, because the body goes really fast to its previous habit. So that's why we need training to install this new habit, in quotes, because it's actually the natural habit that actually our body forgot, because we are doing things differently, and our brain and our body, they just quickly they adopt it like normal. It becomes a reflex really fast. So that is why we have to reverse this reflex. We have to imprint in our body the natural reflex, the natural correct reflex. So basically, as you can see, it's about training to reinstate the normal breathing, training then to keep while you are moving, to keep this normal breathing, and then to have this body trained for when you have to move and deliver a speech, or I don't know, maybe if your classroom is at the 3rd floor and you have to take the stairs, is also, it's about containing your body and about controlling. But at the same time, it's about not rushing in. It's about taking your time, you know, because if I go through 3 floors, you know, I'm taking the stairs and I have to be on the 3rd floor, and I have to take the stairs. After I took the stairs, and when I get where I need to be, just take your time and breathe. I mean, don't rush in and start speaking, and because that would be harder for body to recover, you know. But if I'm tired, just take a few deep breaths and then proceed with what you have to do, you know. It's also about awareness. It's also about you know, and taking the time to recover from an exhausting action.
Thank you. Very, so a complete answer. You answered all my questions. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad to. I hope I'll still have some information for the course. No, I'm kidding. Yes, any other questions?
May I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
So the exercises you described so deeply for us are designed for our bodies. Yes, first of all. Yeah. The problem I have, for example, in October, my voice disappears. Sometimes, yes, because of the weather changes or because the teachers used to speak too much in front of the classes. So we have the problems with our voices. Maybe you as an actor, you have some specific exercises, how to train our voices, not to lose the voice suddenly and not to be so silly in front of the class. Thank you.
Yes. First of all, this module about you know, voice and public speaking, it will be the next one with my colleague who's an actress. I'm a dancer, but as we will talk in the breathing course, we have this muscle, which is called the diaphragm, you know, which is first of all, we are using it for breathing, but it's also one of the very special muscles in our body that actually supports our weight, so helps us to balance our bodies, you know. So it's good for balance, for supporting the weight, for breathing, but also for speaking. Because normally we tend, I repeat, I'm not specialized on this, but I can tell you from my own experience, we tend to actually speak using just our vocal cords. You know what is throat, actually, from delivering the sound from our throat, which normally should come from diaphragm, you know. I mean, using the throat just as a way to let the sound out, but not generating from here, but from our diaphragm. So the voice, it will be easier to control the voice. It would be easier to deliver what you have to deliver. And yes, it's true. It's this you know, the weather changes and talking too much. Yes, it can be harmful for our throats. But I repeat, I don't want to get into this. You'll meet my colleague who specialized on this, because she's an actress and she knows much better. But I'm telling you, the diaphragm is the muscle that's responsible, and it's through exercise you can actually learn how to project the sound from other part than the throat. So it would be easier to, and it's exactly what I said to your colleague earlier. It is about taking time to know what you are doing. Actually, I think this is something really, really essential to every aspect of our lives. You know, if we rush in, especially when we feel like we are drained. You know, when it's also from my experience as a dancer. You know, when I feel, you know, like I gave everything and there's nothing left, there's always something left there. You know, because a good training provides to your body the strength and the resources that you actually need, even if you feel like you are done and you just can't do it anymore. You know, and it's the same with speaking, especially when in classroom. It's if you feel like just, you know, just take a deep breath, just take a little time to, okay, what am I doing here? Why am I shouting? Why am I speaking too loud? Why am I speaking too fast? You know, just take your time and just pace, you know, pace your performance.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dear participants, I just would like to remind all of you that our final task is through the personal perspective, understand how finally we can help our students who want to become future businessmen or launch their startups to control themselves and relax their body in front of a big audience, in your case, yeah, or in front of the investors. So in this case, we have a double task. For the teaching staff, we need to be able to understand how we can relax ourselves while we start our teaching career, or we have some emotions in front of big audience. And this is very when I was thinking about why I included the dance in this application, because some time ago I also, when I was young, I I tried to dance, and I did it during 6 years, and I would say that it really helps to relax yourself and to feel your body. And even if you are really very tired in the evening, you can try to put any music and just dance any rhythm you want. And the same will be for our young entrepreneurs and for you as well.
Yeah, and also thank you, Elena. It's good addition to my class. It's again, I'm talking from my experience. Of course, what I'm teaching at my university is something special. You know, is dance composition and choreography. So I have a really close relation with my students, because they are all becoming creators, you know, choreographers. But it's important to understand your students' needs. You know, to be in close communication to your students, even if you have like 300 in a class, or you have 10 like I have. And also in the crowd, it's actually easier to spot if through the body language, of course, from to spot if somebody has a problem, if if somebody is not comfortable, if somebody has something that's actually bothering him or her. So you just have to be attentive to your students. You just have to be aware, and because they are, I'm telling that to my students that in those 3 years at the university, they are spending more time with me than they are spending with their families. So I somehow I feel that this is my duty to be attentive to their needs, like of course professional needs, but also as human beings, because I see them I see them laughing, I see them crying, I see them being afraid, I see them in the class when they are relaxed and enjoying the things and doing stuff and being happy, if they are managing to do it right, if they're a bit sad if they are not managing it to do it right. But I also see them in the situation of the exams when they are stressed out, when they are they are all the time, they are surfing through all sorts of emotions, and I know them. I know my students. I repeat, I have only 10, but I see immediately if something is not right, if something is different than as it was before. But I really like to do that. I mean, for me, this observation of the people around me is like really, well, fun. Of course, fun in terms of interesting for me. And I'm always trying to, to not things go further if something is wrong with one of my students. I notice immediately, and I'm taking that students aside and just try to see what's happening and what's not functioning. But I can do that because my students are not that many. If I would have probably, I don't know, 100 students, probably it would be harder to do that. But what I'm trying to say is that even if you have a lot of students, you can spot in the mass of people, you can spot the people with problems. And if you can, I don't know, if you can try not to fix it, because it's not our problem to fix others' problems, but at least to acknowledge that it's a problem, and maybe you can just do something, a great good for someone who probably at the time is confused, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know where to go for help. Just just be I don't know, a person who's actually take that, is like a crane, take that person out and just put it on a different path, and send that person to talk to a specialist if it's a matter of psychological problems, because now I've noticed, especially with this pandemic and people staying in their houses, it's the anxiety, depression, there are things that are actually more present than before. And I'm trying, even in that field, I'm trying to do something for my students, and to send them to therapists or psychological help or whatever. But it's about observation. It's about observation, and actually being careful with the material that we work with. So, anything else?
Okay, if may I ask something?
Please do.
Yes, we know that we should enhance our ability to teach, to express ourselves correctly. But I know that it depends on our background, maybe, and our capacity, how we are trying to do our best, but we are still like trying only, not we are not the best. So maybe some tips how what we should do in order to be better, or what we should read or watch in order to become better in teaching, in expressing ourselves, not to express. We have a lot of emotions and I don't know, but for our students, we must be like only this part, you know, but we are humans and like everything is like ne afectează, affects us.
Well, it's you also gave the answers. You said that we are humans. Yes, we are humans. We don't have to pretend that we are robots. We don't have to pretend that we don't have problems. We don't have to pretend that yes, we are nothing is touching us and we are like gods. No, we are not. We are humans, and to become better. Well, that's actually everybody's work with itself, you know, because there are so many ways to improve your performance as a teacher, or your performance as a human being, you know, in the society. But it's about finding your own voice, you know. It's about finding your own way of doing it. I mean, for me as an artist, I never wanted to copy someone. I never wanted to be like someone in terms of, okay, I like this artist and that artist had this path, and I will follow the same path. You know, as an artist, I always wanted to discover what I need, what I like, how I want to be as an artist, and as a human being. So for me, it's very important to find my own way of doing things, to find the things that I like, that I enjoy, that make the things that make me smarter, things that make me a better human being. And also in my relationship with my students, you know, it's something very important is what makes me improve myself is my students, because they are really different from one year to the other. They became much more different, you know, from until now. We had those generations, you know, like 10-year generation. Now it's like, I don't know, every second, third year, people are starting to be, the young people are starting to be very different. And what is working with the generation now, in 3 years is not working anymore. So I always try to adjust to how my students are, because, you know, now I have to do with ADHD, for example, or depression, or things that I didn't have to deal with before, you know. And I have to adjust. I have sorry, I have to adjust to this. I can't pretend that this is not happening and just go as I know it used to work with other generations, you know. And I have to look for you know, as reading materials. I have to search and to see how I can help, how I can, what does that mean, how this you know, if for example, anxiety, you know, because anxiety is something, it's a field so big that could, you know, anxiety could be provoked by any number of factors. And you know, I started to look and to search for what anxiety means. How can you spot it? How, and this is okay. This is on this psychological zone. But first of all, you know, I'll tell you something. I always because I'm nervous. I'm always nervous. I'm an artist. Every time I have to meet new people, if I have new people in front of me, of course I'm nervous. I'm a human being. And but I'm also to not emotions to overcome. I'm always saying, okay, whatever it is, my age, my experience, my professional experience, my teaching experience is gonna be always richer than the experiences of the students that I have in front of me. You know, so I always think, okay, of course I know more than they know. why am I so nervous? You know, but also for me it's very exciting when my students are actually challenging me. You know, when they are coming and they say, I read this book and it's very interesting, and I'm honest and I say, okay, I didn't read it, but I will. And I go home and I read that book, and then I go back and we have a discussion about that. Or they see a performance, or which I didn't, because of course I cannot see everything, you know. And it's not important. It's important to be you know, to be true to yourself and to the others. And if you don't know, if there's something that you don't know or you're caught off guard, for me, I'm not ashamed to say, well, you know what, I don't know this. Let me come to date. Let me search a little bit and see what it is about, and then I'll come back to you. You know, because yes, of course, I know about my job, but even, you know, my job as a choreographer, as an artist, is something that is changing every day, every month. There are new things that emerge every single day, you know, in this whole world. And I'm not pretending that I know everything. I wish I could, but I can't know everything, you know. And that's why it's important to be true to yourself, and you know, don't get angry if a student is challenging you. Don't be angry at him. He wants to learn. He's there to learn from us, of course, and we can give them from here to here. I know from here to here, and this is what I give to you. If you want to know more, just go and search and ask other people, you know. This is how I see myself. This is how I see myself. Okay, I can give you this. But what I can actually love to do is to make them want to know more, and to make them want to search, you know, and to go to ask other people, and to be in contact with other people, to make them better artists, or to, you know, to enrich their knowledge about anything. So I don't want to be the, you know, the God that sits in front of the class and everybody should bow respectfully in front of me. I don't like this. You know, I like to have the communication channel really open, and the information to go both ways.
I do have one question, if it is possible.
Please do.
What we should do, not be over artistic. You know, you are talking right now about your experience. We should do, because we also have to give some knowledge to our students. Be artistic needs some, I don't know, line, not to be over artistic, because they have to save some information on their minds, not just the show. So what to do? And not to be bored, too bored, teacher and not to be over artistic? Where is the line?
Well, I'll answer you with a question. Are you getting bored of what you deliver to your students?
I'm not. For me, it's easier because I'm teaching journalism.
What are you teaching? Sorry.
Journalism. I'm a
Journalism.
journalist. Yeah.
So it's ever getting boring for you when you deliver information to your students?
Not daily, not every time, but time, yes. When you're teaching a history of the journalism.
Like
yes,
in every science.
Yes, of course. It's because it's almost the same type of information that you actually deliver. Well, when you feel that it's getting boring, what are you doing?
Starting to tell stories about me when I was a journalist, how it was and how I was leading TV shows.
So you start to change something.
Yeah.
So that's all about. You know, it's not. I'm speaking. I'm giving examples from my life, and yeah, it happens that I'm an artist, but it doesn't mean that the way you teach has to become artistic. You know, and just the show for the audience. It's about when you feel that something is starting to be boring for you, because you as a teacher, you are the one who are actually recycling the information, and you have to give it year after year. So when you feel that for you is becoming boring, or you feel like you're following the same path every time, you need to change something. You need to change something, first of all, for yourself, because the students, they are changing. The students are every time are other students who are actually needing the same type of information, but you are the one who are actually doing the same thing. Is like a circle that we are always circulating in the same direction. So if
like a squirrel.
Yes, exactly, like a squirrel in a wheel. But when you feel that things are like, okay, I'm saying that again, oh my god, again that, you need to, if you are true to yourself, you need to change something. So yes, of course, you can start to talk about your professional experience, which of course it's important for the students, because that's why we are there, and not other people who are not in this profession, they don't have the same knowledge that we have. I think every teacher is special because of its personal experience, professional experience, and of course the knowledge that accumulates during school and then the teaching life. But it's important to know when things are getting boring, and to find something that actually makes you feel alive, I think. I don't know. And just to be clear, I'm glad you said you actually asked this question, because I want to be clear. I'm not trying to make you perform artistically, or to somehow make you feel more, I don't know, start to change completely what you are teaching or how you are teaching. It's just that it's about awareness, and if you manage to raise this awareness about yourself, about your body, about your mind, you will see that things will start to change. And yes, when it's getting boring, it's going to be boring for you, first of all, and you will need to change things in your performance. Or maybe sometimes you'll need to just settle some things. You'll realize probably that things are pretty hectic and disorganized, and you will need to put them together and to set them in a mold and to function in that mold. It's important to discover this, each one of you, what works for you. What else? Nothing else?
Then while you are thinking, maybe I will tell you once again that everything that you will upload or send to your teachers will be very confidential. Nobody will share this. Only common session that we are doing now, this will be uploaded on YouTube. Everything that you are doing in a bilateral way will be between you and the teacher and maybe me as a coordinator of the project. That's all. So feel free to do your homework, to ask the advices, questions, whatever you want to profit from this really great opportunity and a huge experience of our teachers. So maybe other questions?
Okay, while you are thinking, if you have other questions, it was earlier someone who said about something about emotions and being nervous before getting in front of an audience. Emotions are good, are good, and being nervous, it's good because that means that you feel like you have a responsibility for what you're about to perform or about to deliver. What is really important is not to let emotions drive your performance, not to let emotions become the driver of your actions, and not to take over. Because there are people who are really sensitive and they really have stage fright. I mean, when they just thinking about going on stage and speaking in front of an audience, they become like, you know, they feel like it's totally impossible. They will not be able to do it because it's paralyzing. You know, emotions can turn into fear easily. So I don't want to go in this like really specialized area, but I want to come back to, yes, emotions are good. When you are about to do something that's important for you and you feel responsible for, you will feel nervous, you know. And again, I'll give my example. You know, they said that an artist is an artist when is nervous because before stepping on stage, you know. And an artist, a real artist, is nervous every time that goes on stage, not just at the beginning when he's young and unexperienced, but every day or every time in his life, when it has to go on stage or to perform whatever the artistic field requires. It's normal. I mean, it's actually it's a state that that makes your body be ready to deliver. You know, it's some awakening feeling for the body. So embrace what I want to say actually is embrace this nervousness. Don't let it don't let it take over your body and your mind, but embrace it and use it as a starter, a very good starter for what you have to do, whatever it is in front of students, audience, or whatever situation actually is. So,
Andrea, may I ask something? Just also as a person who sometimes became nervous, and maybe even often. So when you are nervous, get nervous, you have adrenaline in our inside of you. So adrenaline contain sugar. Because of this, we don't want to eat something at this moment, and but because of this cause, we can grow. So as much as we are nervous, as so we became not fat but bigger and bigger. So one of the reasons to move or to dance also is to to fight with this additional weight. I mean, am I correct or not?
well, yes, of course, it is a physical it is physical exercise. So everything that's exercise, it's is good for losing weight, or which I don't know. I started to doubt this because I look at myself and now I'm fat. I used to be like really slim. I was a dancer, and now I'm starting to my body starts to grow. Is I don't know. It's I start to doubt it that actually just the physical exercise is the one that consumes so many resources that actually we will lose weight. What actually dancing or physical exercise does is keeping our muscles trained. Keeping, we have to be trained because just standing up, which is our normal position, is a continuous fight against gravity. So our body fights continuously only by standing, standing up, right? So this is a physical action that's permanent, because we have this orthostatic position that's actually we use it like, I don't know, 90% of the time. Of course, when we are sleeping, our muscles can relax because we are not fighting the gravity. I mean, it's the floor that that actually does the fight for us. But when most of the time we have this upright position, that's a continuous fight from the muscles to joints to bones. That it's a fight against gravity. So this is movement. That's why I have at the last course this discussion about motion and movement. What is motion? What is movement? And how the movement actually transform in dancing or any other physical activity. Yes, of course, a trained muscles consumes substances from our body, and yes, sometimes the result is losing weight. But what's the most important is it's not important if you are skinny or fat or whatever. It's important to have your muscles trained and keep them active as much as you can. And yes, that helps a lot. Physical activity helps a lot with containing emotions and nervousness. It's a chemical balance. Actually, it's not only about adrenaline. There are many things, many
hormones
process that actually happens into our body when we move. And especially, I mean, it's when we move, and when we move like normally, you know, like doing exercising, it's different from when we actually dance and we do something artistic, you know, because I don't know, this something artistical is actually apparently releases, makes the body to release more hormones, like, you know, like endorphins and stuff, that that makes us feel good, because it's I think it is because it's you know, it's it makes us fulfill our need of exercising, but also our intellectual needs. You know, when we do something artistic or when we watch something artistic, you know, a dance performance, a theater performance, or whatever, that that comes to actually provoke our brain to think, to analyze, to synthesize information, and that in itself is an exercise, you know. So it's good to balance both, you know, like training the muscles in the body, but also training the brain. And but I don't know, Elena, if I managed to be clear.
Maybe while you're thinking about other questions, I just will repeat again about the homework and how it will be. So while our IT specialists are working on this button, upload a homework, so it will be ready in the evening or the latest tomorrow morning. So I will send you a video how to create your Gmail, upload there your videos, and save this link, which could be transferred to Andrea directly through the Smart Channel. So you don't have to create this Gmail account if you have it, or if you can upload this video in your own I mean cloud or something, from where you can provide a link to Andrea to watch your video. Am I
Yeah. But Elena, what is very important for me is that I have you know, like for everybody to have like its own folder or something, because I also want to reply them in writing, you know. I want to actually write my observations.
Sure. So as I explained to Raluca, because it's also for us an exercise with this platform, we created for you already an account and as instructor on the platform, and you will receive the answers of all your students, and you have the option to answer them also through the platform directly.
Okay.
So you have your room in this platform already, and Raluca has all the passwords, etc.
Okay,
Just
perfect. We will
in the week during the weekend we created it from our side.
yeah, thank you. We will talk about this after.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, in details.
So, dear participant, maybe you have any suggestions or, I don't know, maybe comments, advices. We are really open to you. as you could see, the first experience that we did within first course was a little bit different. All the time we had interactive lectures without any home assignment. Now we will have these really interesting and useful home assignments, and it will not be difficult at all for you. Don't be afraid for this. But anyway, even if you want to do this, just prevent us, and maybe we will ask our teachers from European Union, from Romania, from Latvia, from Finland, from Bulgaria, to provide you some kind of feedback even afterwards.
Yes, of course, I will be. I would love to hear from you even when we close this module. If you have any other questions or I don't know, things that you probably are not clarified during the module, just reach out to me, and I'll be happy to continue this.
Just tell us some more about this homework.
Oh, the homework. Yeah, I was explaining earlier, but probably you got in later. Of course, gladly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was told that it should be at 11. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. So the home assignments are actually tasks which are very easy to do. You will have after each course you'll have some practical tasks that you have to actually experience. You have to do physically do. And the home assignments actually, I mean, the material that actually reaches out to me is a film. I will ask you to film yourself and send it to me according to the tasks that we have in every course. But for this one, being the first one, I just want you to film yourself delivering a speech, whatever you want. It could be a presentation about yourself or talking about the weather or whatever you want. But I'm interested in seeing how your body moves and how you perform in front of the camera, or how you are. If you can just relax and be just who you are, it's perfect. You know, and I'm interested in this exercise. Is going to be like 45-60 seconds, not more than 1 minute. To talk about yourself or whatever you're comfortable with, and record yourself and just send it to me. And in a framing that I can actually see your upper body, your face, and your hands, your gestures. So that would be the homework for now.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sorry, how long should be the
Really
video?
very interesting homework, because we had the same when I was at university. I am a lawyer as a specialist, and we had such an exercise to do this in front of the big audience, and they recorded us, and afterwards they analyzed all our gestures, positions, how you need to watch, how you need to talk to the judge, and etc. So it's really very useful for any kind of profession.
Yes, that's exactly the purpose, to analyze the movements and the way you react to the camera, because right now the camera is our big audience, unfortunately. If we would have meet in person, and we would have had this class like in real time in a room, we would have done this like physically, an exercise about for this with people around us. And of course it's a different vibe when you have like actual real people. But now we are getting used to the camera, and we already understand that beyond the camera is a whole world. and maybe much more people that we actually have in a room while we deliver a speech. So we are starting to be aware that when we talk to the camera, we talk to a lot of people, actually, much more than. But what I wanted to say is that yes, the purpose is to analyze. I want to know you better by seeing how you perform in front of the camera. But also it's good for you to see yourself and to auto-analyze, to analyze yourself, to see how you are, how the people see you.
Thanks a lot.
So sorry, Mr. Gheorghiță, you are trying to ask me something and we interrupted.
Yes, I would like, how long should be the video?
It's between 45 seconds and 60 seconds.
Okay,
so
1 minute.
1 minute tops, 1 minute, not longer than 1 minute.
Okay, sorry. Thanks.
Okay, we got interrupted and at the end, but if there's something else. Okay, so think about now, if you want, if there's something else you want to know and you have any other questions.
If you will have any comments or advices, you can also write it through the platform.
Yes, please do. Let's keep the communication both ways. Because I'm really interested, of course, because you have this written platform. You have the course support. It's so many of these ideas you'll find them there. There's also the video clips that have some examples, or I was talking more about some topics, but why I think it's important for this Zoom meeting to work is to actually be in dialogue, to actually you telling me what you want, what you need, what you don't understand, and me trying to clarify the information that already exists and will be at your disposal. Yeah, so I would really want you to be alive and to participate in these discussions. I don't want to be that I told you earlier. I don't want to be the teacher that actually comes and tell you things that you never heard about. It's nothing. There are common things. Of course, probably in some areas I have a little bit more knowledge or experience, but otherwise we are talking about simple, basic actions, everyday actions. So I'm sure each one of you has a personal feeling about about those topics. Okay,
yeah,
so
very personal, sensitive feelings.
Yes,
especially nowadays when we are online, all of us.
Yeah. Okay, so let's resume a little bit. Okay, so you have the platform where you can, or the Google Drive, or we will find a way to be easy for you to upload the materials and to keep the dialogue after we finish the Zoom meetings. Don't get scared about home assignments. I repeat, there are things that I want you to do, to try, and after trying them, to talk about them. So it is this something really easy, and I'm sure nobody will not feel comfortable about this. Do your practical tasks. It's important to do those practical tasks. Probably about this we should talk a little bit more. And I also asked you, but I think the material didn't reach you yet, to start by having like a diary that you will write every day during these 2 weeks, in which I wanted to write things about that you, I don't know, that you learn, that you experience, and to start a diary today, and to keep it every day, talking about your personal involvement, and how the things are actually working for you or not working. Also, you know, I mean, I don't want you to write like, you know, personal, very intimate experiences. Okay, I'm not interested in your love life, but just to keep, you know, to keep a diary, to keep to have this sorry, to have this, you know, everyday practical tasks that you actually, if you understand them, if you don't understand them, but to do this work with yourself. You know, at the end, I want you to submit those diaries, and to have them. I mean, it's between me and you, but I like to see how actually you communicate with yourself, and how honest you are, you know, how if you are honest to yourself and honest to the others. And maybe there are things that you discover, but you are not very comfortable to talk about in front of all the people in the class. I don't know, probably there are more things that will come up when is just you and yourself writing in this diary. And I wanted this diary to be submitted at the end of the module. You know, I mean, in probably the last day or the next day, to just submit it. And I would like to take a look over those diaries. And you have, I think you have the schedule, because we have those classes. And also you have for the home assignments, is not from one day to another, apart from this one. This one is special. This one is the first one, and I just want your reaction, like natural reaction. And that's why I want you to film yourself, if you have time right after this meeting, to film yourself, and then to submit the home assignment directly. So I could have it, I don't know, tonight or tomorrow morning, to take a look on your videos. But starting from the second course, you'll have time. You'll have time until the end of the week to submit the homeworks. But what I want you to understand is that submitting the homework, it's different from completing the practical tasks, because talking about posture, you know, so tomorrow is the course about posture. I want you to already start and think about posture after you find out the informations that you'll have in writing, to start and think about how is your posture, how you perform the actions, the basic actions, and then to actually start to analyze this. You know, if you sit correctly, if you lay down correctly, all those things that you will find in the written course. And you will have a home assignment to talk about what you discover after going through the course. But this is starting to posture. These are going to be the home assignments are going to be due to be submitted on the 10th, I think. So you'll have a little bit more time to prepare your video and talk about however, if you feel like doing it right away, just do it right away. You know, if you feel that the information is just, you know, is fresh in your head, and you feel like doing it after the class, just do it whenever you need to do it. But don't feel I don't want you to stress out about this. You know, it's not like a conventional homework that you have to write like 10 pages until tomorrow and to be clever and innovating in your field. You know, it just be, I don't know, be relaxed. And I would like you to actually do those things, especially breathing and you know, and because I want to see, even if we are in this situation when I'm not there like physically to be with you and to actually show you things and to explain, you know, and be able to correct physically, to correct your posture or breathing, or you know, to do together like breathing exercises. I would like you to do, each one of you, to just do it and you know, be you know, just experience this during this module, experience physically those things that we are talking about. So, and we will also try to manage with the starting hour of the class, because I understand for lots of you 9 in the morning is not working. So maybe we will manage to switch to evenings. And also I have in that schedule, I thought about this meeting. I want it to be for 3 hours, to happen for 3 hours, but it is because you are many, and if everybody has a questions, I mean 3 hours is not going to be enough. So that's why you have this duration of the course, 3 hours. But I don't know, if you feel like the information was delivered properly and you understand what I had to actually share with you, we don't have to spend 3 hours just to spend 3 hours on a Zoom meeting. Okay, so I like to be efficient. So
yeah.
But honestly, I would like you to have questions. I would love you to have questions and to actually talk about even, you know, go over those 3 hours of class. Okay, so I don't know if there are any other questions, if you want to say anything. Good. So
thank you very much, Andrea. I think that you had a chance, maybe very briefly, but see how many things our participants told to you today. It's mean that it's really very useful. We need this, and we would like to thank you very much for your time, patience, and experience.
Well, I thank you for joining me. So we'll meet on Wednesday. again, the next Zoom, it will be on Wednesday. Tomorrow you will have the written material uploaded. And on Wednesday, we can talk about the posture course and also the breathing course. So there, I think there will be, yes, and also the video, of course. I'm trying to,
what? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to underline that that we are not tomorrow. We don't have a Zoom meeting. So
Yes, we don't have tomorrow Zoom. All of you received written materials. We have sent it, I think, last week. If you didn't receive them, then you will find them on the platform. Also, you will find the whole list of the videos. Now it's all the videos are open, but in some time it will be available for you to watch only the video. We are at this stage now. Moreover, you will prepare your questions and very easy home assignments and collaborate with our dear Andrea.
okay. So see you on Wednesday then.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Thanks. See you.
Thank
Andrea, we keep the same hour for Wednesday, or we will prevent our participants about...
I don't know.
Let's discuss this and...
Maybe an hour later, I will propose it to you because part of us are going to the work at that time.
Yes, that's exactly why I.
Maybe it should not be like 9 or maybe it should be 10 a.m.
Yes, the
Romanian time.
The huge problem is that right now those 2 weeks I'm deep involved in the admission process at the university, so I have some exams.
Oh, okay. And
that is why it's practically impossible for me. That's why I put 9 in the morning. But it's not a problem. We can change it if it works. 10 o'clock it works for everybody. I will make some arrangements and see how I can manage. If not, we can move it towards the night. I mean, in the afternoon, in the evening. The meetings, the Zoom meetings, if it's okay for everybody. So
yes, I think
Elena, she will manage this problem and she will send you. I don't know. She will do she will do something magic and have your input considering the time, and then we will find a time that works for everybody, hopefully.
Thank you a lot. See you.
Okay, so see you on Wednesday then.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yelena.
Da. Yes.
How are we going to settle my problem? You said that you will put me through the technician because I couldn't.
Yes, I already told him about this problem. If you can write me a mail with your mail address, and I will send it to them in order to delete your account, this mail address, and we will in collaboration with you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you too. Bye bye.
Elena, oprim asta și facem alt Zoom sau rămânem noi pe Zoom-ul ăsta?
Dacă toți participanții plec, atunci...
Nu, hai să-l oprim, că ăsta se înregistrează automat și nu are sens să continuăm. Adică îl închidem pe ăsta și trimit eu altul acum, imediat.
Da.
Da?
Ok. See you later.
Mulțumim!